Hey everyone! In Japan today, something really interesting and maybe a little strange is happening. More and more people are getting robots, not for chores, but for friendship and even love. Remember those clunky metal robots in old sci-fi movies? Forget about them. Japanese companies are building super smart robots that look and act almost like real people. They can chat with you, show feelings, and even hug you. This isn't just about cool technology, it's about how Japanese society is changing and what love and friendship mean in a world full of robots. So let's take a look at why Japan is making these robot friends. Japan's population is getting older and fewer babies are being born. This means more people are living alone and feeling lonely, especially men. In Japan, it can be hard to talk about feeling lonely. It's sometimes seen as a weakness. So people are looking for other ways to feel connected, and robots are becoming a new kind of friend. Also, Japanese cartoons and movies have always loved robots, like Astro Boy. Robots are often seen as helpful pals and strong protectors. So it kind of makes sense that robots are starting to become part of people's personal lives, even romantic ones. Japan has loved robots for a long time. Way back in the Edo period, they built clever mechanical dolls called karakuri ningyo. These dolls were used for fun and religious stuff, and they show how much Japan has always been interested in making things that look and move like people. Fast forward to today, and Japan is a world leader in making robots for all sorts of jobs, from building cars to entertaining us. So these new robot friends aren't so surprising. They're a mix of Japan's awesome robot building skills and their love for artificial companions. These robots aren't just machines, they're seen as potential friends and partners who can help people feel less lonely. Ever heard of Pepper? It's a robot made by SoftBank Robotics, and it's designed to understand how you're feeling. Pepper can talk to you, tell jokes, and even dance. You can find Pepper in homes and hospitals, cheering people up and helping out. Then there's Aibo, a robot dog made by Sony. Aibo acts just like a real dog. It barks, wags its tail, and learns tricks. It's like having a furry friend without the fur. These are just two of the many robot companions you can find in Japan. And as technology gets better, these robots are becoming more and more like real friends. Section 5. Mixed feelings, public reaction in Japan. So what do people in Japan think about these robot friends? The reactions are as diverse as the people themselves. Well, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, there's a segment of the population that is absolutely thrilled about the integration of robots into daily life. Some people love the idea. They see robots as a way to beat loneliness or try a new kind of relationship. For them, robots offer companionship and a sense of novelty that is hard to find elsewhere. They see robots as a way to beat loneliness or try a new kind of relationship. Others aren't so sure. They appreciate the technological advancements, but remain skeptical about the emotional implications. They worry that getting attached to a robot isn't healthy, and that it might make people even more isolated from real human connections. The concern is that robots could become a crutch, preventing people from forming genuine relationships with other humans. Some people think it's wrong to replace real friends with robots, and that it could make us less able to understand and connect with each other. They argue that human emotions and interactions are too complex to be replicated by machines, and that it could make us less able to understand and connect with each other. The fear is that over-reliance on robots could erode the social fabric that binds communities together. But even with these worries, more and more people are buying robot companions, which shows they're becoming more accepted in Japan. The market for these robots is growing, indicating a shift in societal norms and acceptance, which shows they're becoming more accepted in Japan. Families and couples are increasingly incorporating robots into their daily lives, finding new ways to interact and coexist with these technological marvels. What will happen next with robots and relationships? It's hard to say, but the trend is clear. Robots are becoming a bigger part of life in Japan, and their role is likely to expand in the coming years. But robots are definitely becoming a bigger part of life in Japan. As technology continues to advance, the line between human and robot interactions will blur, leading to new societal dynamics and challenges. Section 6. A question of ethics. Making robots for romantic relationships brings up some tough questions. Some people think it's wrong to make machines just to meet our emotional needs. They say it's like using robots and that it could give people a messed up idea of what real love is. There's also the worry that these robots could be used for bad things, like reinforcing bad stereotypes or making it easier for people to be abusive. As robots become more lifelike, it's super important to figure out some rules for how they're made and used. We need to think about how they affect real relationships, the risks of getting emotionally hurt, and how to make sure they're used responsibly. Section 7. Could robots solve Japan's demographic crisis? Some people think robots could actually help with Japan's population problem. With fewer young people and more older folks, Japan might not have enough workers or people to care for the elderly. Robots could step in to help take care of older people, do chores, and even act like partners or kids. This could take some pressure off social services and help meet the growing need for care. But others think this is a scary idea. They believe it's important to find solutions that focus on people, like making it easier to balance work and family, encouraging young people to have kids, and building stronger communities for older adults. Section 8. The future of love and robots. No one knows what the future holds for humans and robots, but robots are definitely becoming a bigger part of our lives. From assisting us in daily tasks to providing companionship, robots are slowly integrating into various aspects of our society. The advancements in artificial intelligence and robotics are making it possible for robots to perform tasks that were once thought to be exclusively human. This integration is not just limited to industrial or service sectors, but is also making its way into our personal lives. As technology gets better, robots will probably become even more like us and able to meet more of our needs. Imagine a world where robots can understand our emotions, respond to our feelings, and even anticipate our needs. This could revolutionize the way we live, work, and interact with each other. The line between human and machine could become increasingly blurred as robots become more sophisticated and capable of performing complex tasks with a high degree of autonomy. Will robots become true companions who can love and be loved back? Time will tell. The idea of robots forming emotional bonds with humans raises intriguing possibilities and challenges. Can a machine truly understand and reciprocate human emotions? If so, what does that mean for our relationships and our understanding of love? These questions are at the forefront of ongoing research and debate in the fields of robotics and artificial intelligence. This brings up some big questions about what love and friendship really mean and how we connect with each other in a world full of technology. As robots become more integrated into our social circles, we must reconsider the nature of our relationships. What does it mean to have a robot as a friend or a companion? How do these relationships compare to those we have with other humans? These are complex questions that require careful thought and consideration. Building robots that can form emotional bonds with us is a really big deal with huge implications. The development of emotionally intelligent robots could have far-reaching effects on various aspects of our lives, from mental health and well-being to social dynamics and ethical considerations. It could change the way we interact with technology and with each other, leading to new forms of connection and communication. We need to be careful and have serious conversations about the ethics of it all and what might happen if we create artificial beings that can copy human emotions. The ethical implications of creating robots that can mimic human emotions are profound. We must consider the potential consequences, both positive and negative, of integrating such robots into our society. This includes questions about the rights of robots, the potential for misuse, and the impact on human relationships and social structures. As we move forward, it is crucial to engage in thoughtful and informed discussions about these issues to ensure that the development and integration of emotionally intelligent robots are guided by ethical principles and considerations. Section 9. A world of possibilities. These robot companions in Japan give us a peek into a future where technology and human interaction are really intertwined. Imagine walking through a park and seeing robots engaging in conversations, playing games, or even assisting people with daily tasks. It's a fascinating glimpse into what our world could look like in the coming years. While there are some good things that could come from this, Like less loneliness and better care for the elderly, the benefits are clear. Robots can provide companionship to those who might otherwise feel isolated, offering not just physical assistance but emotional support as well. They can remind the elderly to take their medication, help them with mobility, and even engage them in stimulating activities. However, there are also ethical questions about relationships. How do we define a relationship with a machine? Can a robot truly understand human emotions, or are they simply mimicking responses based on programming? These are questions that society will need to address as we integrate these technologies into our daily lives. The possibility of emotional harm is another concern. If people become too reliant on robots for emotional support, they might struggle with human relationships. The nuances of human interaction are complex, and there's a risk that overdependence on robots could lead to a lack of genuine human connection. And then there's the issue of turning human connection into something you can buy. When relationships are commodified, it raises questions about the authenticity of those interactions. Are we building genuine connections, or are we simply purchasing the illusion of companionship? As we move into this unknown territory, we need to be careful and talk openly about what this technology means. It's essential to have conversations about the implications of integrating robots into our social fabric. What kind of world do we want to create, and how can we ensure that technology serves to enhance our humanity rather than diminish it? We need to make sure it's used in a way that's good for everyone. This means considering the needs and well-being of all members of society, from the young to the elderly, and ensuring that the benefits of technology are accessible to all. The future of humans and robots is up to us. We have the power to shape this future through our choices and actions. By fostering a culture of empathy, understanding and ethical consideration, we can create a world where technology truly enhances our lives. We need to make sure technology helps us love and connect with each other better, not less. It's about finding a balance where technology complements our human interactions, enriching our lives without replacing the fundamental need for genuine human connection. As we stand on the brink of this new era, let's ensure that our advancements lead to a more connected, compassionate, and understanding world.